Are you looking for the best at-home entertainment that doesn't break the bank? And, well, you want to stream it, whether it's at home or in your RV? I got you covered today because I have the newly released V6 Max from vSeeBox. And we're going to cover a install, basic setup, and everything that's in the box right here, right now. Get ready. Hello everyone and welcome back to Life Redesigned. If you're stopping here for the first time, it's going to be painfully obvious that we are not a tech channel. In fact, we're just two 50-somethings that travel the road full-time in our RV, but we do have a passion for, well, quality streaming content. And that's where vSeeBox comes in. And we are not sponsored by them. We just happen to pick up a box for ourselves. Our kids liked it so much, they rushed out and bought the latest and greatest, and that gives me an opportunity to share that with you. Full disclosure, I did reach out to vSeeBox and let them know that I was doing reviews across all their products, and they gave us a coupon code that we could share with our viewers, and that will give you 10% off. The link in the video description. It is very important that you buy from a reputable seller, and there is nobody more reputable than buying from vSeeBox Direct. We'll cover that a little later in the video. But right now we're just going to do something very simple. We're just going to unbox this bad boy. We're going to hook it up. We're going to walk you through a basic install and setup. And you have to work with me a little bit here because, well, YouTube likes to throw that terms of service thing around, and there's a lot of things about this box that I can't say, so you're going to have to do a little bit of research and read between the lines. But let's get started right here. This is the box. Comes in heavy-duty packaging, folks. This is no joke, and that's what I love to see, especially in an electronic device. This rivals a lot of the stuff from Apple as far as how it's packaged and protected to make sure that it arrives to your doorstep. Very important. But this here is the VC Max, and again, this is brand new, just out from them, which is awesome. But I'm showing just a simple design here, and again, I don't like anything that sits in our home theater setup that takes away from your viewing experience. You don't want all kinds of flashy things in your face. They did a beautiful job with this box. Slight ripple effects across the top so it fits in with most decor. But let's face it, who cares, right? We're going to get right into your hookups. You're going to have an HDMI port, a power in. You're going to have a couple of USB outlets, as well as a AV jack and Ethernet port as well. This has Wi-Fi capability built in with no external antenna. That's a huge thing, especially if you're in an RV or in a smaller space, having to worry about those antennas popping up. But very good, very solid looking box, and it has heft to it, which I like to feel, because nobody wants a little brick that goes sliding across the top. We're going to reach down below here. We're going to pull out a little bit of these extra things. We got an HDMI cable. Love seeing that. Power supply. And we have a instruction book. Easy setup. All in English. Very well done. Colored screens. Walk you right through the setup process. All right. Also has a remote. These remotes are solid. The only thing I don't like is they don't include the batteries. Not a big deal, since I'm doing this and it's our kids and they haven't even opened the box yet. Guess what? Dad's going to throw in a couple of batteries for them. But we're going to get this all together. I'm going to put the specs on screen here, and we'll do it again at the end of the video. But we're going to get this hooked up to the TV, and we're going to walk you through what your experience will be like setting this up. All right, as you can tell, we are not a tech channel, so there's no capture devices here. All right, first screen you're going to see after that is going to be your remote setup key. Very simple to do. Is you're just going to hold down the OK button and the volume down. This will send a pairing signal. And you just hold that down until it tells you to release, and it pairs successfully. And then from here, you're just going to see your setup screen, which is going to be, obviously for us, going to be for English. And we just arrow over. And this here, again, this screen here, if you caught any of our other videos, these are incredibly important because this is going to show you how much of your screen it's going to take up. And from here, you just want to make sure that you put these arrows in the absolute corners of each side. And once you do that, you just arrow over. And it's going to go into time zone, which we are in the Eastern Daylight Time Zone. So we'll just continue with that. And then you have the option for Ethernet or Wi-Fi. And for us, it's going to be Wi-Fi, and we're going to set that up, and we'll jump to the next screen. Okay, as you can see, we put in our secret code, and it's just going to log into your network. We keep ours on an isolated network just for our own peace of mind. And then from here, you can now start using your box. And then you just arrow over to get out of that. And here you go. Right from the front, you're going to notice that you have across this top standard stuff, and this is running Android 14. This is the newest version of Android at the time of the release. And you have all your stuff. You have market place, so you can just jump on into the market and you can find a whole bunch of other apps. And these are going to be a lot of IPTV, if you know, you know. And of course, TV browsers from Puffin, Firefox. And then you have your standard apps, which you see in pretty much every streaming device, which would be Peacock. There's also a nice, if you're into the Kodi ecosystem, there's a nice app from there. There's also some third-party apps that are recommended to use a VPN on, and we'll leave those alone. And then from here, you have the ability to install a speed test app or a VPN, stuff of that nature. All right, back to the home page. You're going to see that you have all your standard fare, your Google Play Store, and these are pre-installed apps that come pretty much with every box: Prime Video, Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, stuff of that nature. But this is really, again, what you're paying for with these boxes are going to be these heat applications and Video on Demand Ultra and Backup by Heat. These here are going to be your main sources for television and for viewing. Due to limitations here on YouTube, I can't actually discuss what these apps do, but if you know anything about IPTV, basically that's what you're looking at. Install is pretty simple. You just hit the app button and it will take care of itself right here. And this is how you're going to receive your updates as well. They'll just automatically install for you, which is great. And from here, that's about as much as I can show you and still meet the terms of service. Very important to allow this here, if you're setting this up, is make sure that you allow access, because that is what is ultimately going to set up your machine. And then from here, you have your usual system settings. So you can go in here, you can tweak this a little more. You can sign in with an account if you want to, device preferences, and just kind of customize everything as to the way you want it. I like to play around with screensavers, but they have just a basic colors one, and then you can set your time. As always, are good to run. But as far as that goes, that kind of covers that. Energy saver, location setup, microphone setup, camera setup, stuff of that nature. A lot of these things you wouldn't have to worry about because it's really just kind of plug and play. Now, the best part here is if you make a mistake and you say you installed something wrong, or you just don't like how you set it up, maybe you forgot a step, you can rerun this initial setup all over again and just repeat the process. All right, a couple of things I want to point out. One, this remote is backlit, but they don't include the batteries. Guys, include the batteries, but that's okay. Since the kids don't know I'm opening their packages to do this, I'm going to give them 2 AA batteries because, well, I'm their dad and I'm a good guy. And there you go. That is a basic setup and install of the vSeeBox V6 Max. Now, they are offering 10% off for sitting through this video and listening to me ramble on about how awesome these boxes are, and we appreciate them offering that to our audience. This here is the latest box from vSeeBox, and again, a couple of things to point out. This is dual band Wi-Fi 6. This is Bluetooth 5.0. This is Android 14.0, HDMI 2.1, and again, receives over-the-air updates. That's amazing because as somebody who has built a whole bunch of boxes over the years, the simplicity of doing this is great. I don't have to download to my computer, run with an SD card, runs in a box, and go through all that. It's just simply done. And again, there's a link in the video description to save you 10% off, and it is very important. I can't stress this enough. If I haven't said it already, I'm going to say it one more time. Make sure you're buying from a reputable source. I understand that you can buy these over strangers on Facebook and strangers on Reddit, and you can even buy these from someone on Amazon. But the reality is, unless you're buying it from an authorized agent, you could have problems. There is nobody who can take care of your needs as good as the company themselves. Buy it direct, be smart, do it the right way, and I'll leave that link again in the video description. If you've used this box or you've used any of these boxes, let me know what your feelings on them. For us, it's been a game changer, and I just wish I could show you a little more, but YouTube is so strict about this stuff. But I like this. Very nice. And again, we'll cover a couple of more things real quick. This is 8K resolution capable, 4 gigs of RAM, and a 64 gigabyte ROM. It has voice control, which I didn't even think to use, and all the latest and greatest right here in this box. All right, until next time, this is Bob with Life Redesigned, and this is the vSeeBox V6 Max, straight to your home.